The Tudors, the Kings and Queens of England's Golden Age. Written by Jane Bingham. Narrated by Gabrielle Glaister. Chapter 1. Fighting for the Crown. The battlefield at Bosworth was scattered with the bodies of the wounded, dead, and dying. For almost 3 hours, the armies of York and Lancaster had fought tenaciously, but now the bloody struggle was over. And in the midst of the carnage lay King Richard III, the last English monarch to die in battle. Richard had worn his crown proudly into battle, and as he lay dying, so the chroniclers said, it had rolled away under a hawthorn bush. When the fighting was done, the muddy crown was rescued and placed on the head of the young victor. It was a crucial moment in English history. As Henry Tudor accepted the English crown, the Wars of the Roses came to an end, and the Tudor era began. The dynasty that Henry Tudor founded would rule for more than 100 years, presiding over a golden age of music, art, and literature. Under the Tudors, England experienced peace and prosperity, transforming itself from an obscure northern kingdom into a major player in European politics. But who was Henry Tudor, and how did he come to claim the English throne? Who was Henry Tudor? On the 28th of January 1457, a puny baby boy struggled into the world in a draughty chamber at Pembroke Castle in Wales. It was not a promising start for a future king. His father, Edmund Tudor, Earl of Richmond, had already been dead 3 months, and his mother, Margaret Beaufort, was little more than a child. Margaret was only 14 years old when she gave birth to Henry, and the strain of childbirth nearly killed her. Neither Margaret nor Henry was expected to live, but against the odds, they both survived. Mother and child stayed on at Pembroke Castle under the care of Lord Stafford, who lost no time in marrying his own son to the young widow. Within 3 months of Henry's birth, he had a stepfather, in the shape of the English aristocrat, Henry Stafford. In their remote Welsh castle, Henry and his mother were far removed from the English court, but they could not remain unaffected by the turmoil waging there. The Wars of the Roses had begun to...
Sample complete. Ready to continue?